At Enaire, our commitment to safety and operational efficiency is our first priority. We are well aware of our responsibility. Each day we manage thousands of flights carrying over 200 million people a year. That's why we do everything in our power to ensure the safety of passengers and operations. Although trained and competent, we are human and inevitably we make mistakes. Sometimes, though, events that may affect safety occur, in which we may have contributed to somehow. We need to learn from our mistakes to prevent recurrence. It helps us to anticipate problems and keep them from happening again. If you are aware of a safety issue, report it as soon as possible to the organization, even if it means admitting your own mistake. Your role is key. Investigating what happened doesn't mean that there is a problem with the people involved. It's not about placing blame, rather understanding the reason, analyzing the context and reaching useful conclusions, taking into account all possible points of view. That's why it's important to collaborate, providing key information honestly for investigation purposes, and knowing that you will have the support, protection, and confidentiality from your company. What we will not tolerate are gross negligence, willful violations, and destructive acts. We need to differentiate between an honest mistake and a reckless behavior. Just culture is creating an atmosphere of mutual trust and collaboration with a single goal: to improve safety every day. At Enaire, we are in this together, and we can make it possible with everyone's commitment. Enaire.
Take a business plan and a room in northern Spain, and you've got, well, a room and a business plan. But add the idealism and vision of a group of friends, and you've got a startup. Years later, you might have a building, a bunch of servers, and all the data in the world. But it's the conviction of each and every employee that transforms it into a growing business. Take a ton of code and algorithms, and a few ingenious and challenging people will turn them into visionary solutions. Then one day, good enough becomes excellent, and impossible becomes real. That's how you take the greatest peak in cyber threat history and use it as an inspiration to create the greatest cybersecurity model ever. But even when you've achieved the ability to monitor and classify 99.98% of every single process and file ever known, can you guess what turns it into 100%? That's right, the intuition and experience of a team of analysts. Our future might be full of AI, big data, and robotics, but we know for sure we won't be missing the one ingredient that always made everything else work. A group of humans that makes us unique. Panda, 1% human.
Welcome to the world of manna. Today, I'd like to show you why people just like manna. Follow me, please. We love great taste. That's why we don't skip on fine hazelnuts for the cream filling of our manna Neapolitan wafers, a full 12%. We fight to the last hazelnut for that. You've just got to like these wafers. We love cocoa, most of all when it comes from sustainable farming. For the typical manna taste, we have maintained the tradition of roasting the cocoa beans for our chocolate ourselves. Because good quality chocolate for everyone was the main reason for Josef Manna to found his own company back in 1890. We love Vienna. The history of manna began in the heart of the city, where we opened our first shop next to St. Stephen's Cathedral, which has been our trademark ever since. From there, manna set out to become the world-famous brand it is today. We love the original. Our Neapolitan wafers were popular from the beginning, so we've only touched up the design a little bit. Connoisseurs love the pocket size and the red tear open strip, which takes them to indulgence beyond compare. Did you know that manna wafers were vegan long before vegan seals of approval existed? We love our manna factory. This is where we take great care in producing our sweet delights. You can tell by the smell of fresh wafers and cocoa all around. Best quality is at the heart of everything we do. And you can be sure that I, your manufacturer, always keeps an eye on that. We love tradition. As a family business, we use our original recipes, treasures we have kept safe for more than 100 years. Very, very, very safe, as you can see. Manna, the taste of Vienna.
We take ownership because we care. Cheers, mate. Congrats on a good first year.
Thanks. I almost dropped my phone when they offered me the job. I felt like I qualified for the Olympics. I knew that I was joining a company where people care about improving the market by doing.
Yeah, the truth is, we take ownership because we care. Optiver has this atmosphere where everyone is constantly asking themselves how they can do better. Like when you covered for Joseph in tech in your second week here.
At first, I was so nervous. I'd never cleaned that much code. But I wanted to learn, and I knew the team needed the help.
No one expected it. You saved us loads of time.
Our best work is done together.
I don't get it. How can you make markets during elections? The rest of the world doesn't even know what's going to happen.
We were brainstorming weeks before Brexit. Risk was putting together predictions. Researchers were full in detective mode trying to solve the puzzle. We were all switched on.
I was so excited I couldn't sleep. By the time I got to the floor at 4 a.m., everyone was already there.
The polls rolled in, the markets opened, we took our positions. It was the best trading day ever.
We couldn't have done it without tech. They were really there for us, and the systems were running flawlessly. Teamwork is key.
Yes, our best work is done together. As a team, we can tackle anything.
Committed to doing the right thing.
I mean, it doesn't matter if the market goes down. When the markets are volatile, we still provide liquidity.
Yeah, I've heard you, Bryce, no matter what the markets are doing. I get the feeling that Optiver is really committed to doing the right thing.
It's actually true. We aim to improve the market by narrowing the bid-ask spread, which I believe results in fair, consistent prices. That's why they call us market makers. Exchanges have even used our knowledge to develop new products. I think that says a lot about our work.
True to ourselves and open to each other.
Polish, Chinese, Brazilian, Greek. I never thought I'd be able to say that I've recruited talent from more than 40 countries.
Yeah, I like how people speak up. Having 6 different opinions in a room and coming out with one great strategy. That's what I tell people when they ask why I've been trading for Optiver for 4 years. We're always true to ourselves and open to each other.
We stay humble. Look around. Do you see any of us in fancy suits? What our founder Johan started over 30 years ago just hasn't changed.
It's cool how people are laid back. There's no layer of distance to the top. I could just walk up to anyone in the office and talk to them.
Yep, if there's one thing that makes us Optiverians, is that we stay humble.